Greetings, comrades! It's your good buddy RussianCarl here, bringing you my team builder for my Week 3 matchup for the PAL. Again, this week I'm going up against my rival, Coach Zach and his Wooper Troopers, and since it is my rival team, I will have to battle them multiple times over the course of the season. They're the only person I do battle multiple times, and it's a heck of an opponent. Zach's always consistently been one of the tougher opponents in the league, and this year's team is no joke. He's rocking that Mega Altaria, Gliscor, Mantine, Shuckle, Magneton, Breloom, Hydreigon, Rotom Frost, Toxapex, and Delmi. So a lot of bulky mons, and then he's got some hard hitters in... actually, all of his guys are extremely bulky except for Breloom, which is the issue here. Mega Altaria can go straight offensive with like D-Dance sets and stuff like that, or it could be like Cotton Guard with D-Dance sets, and Pixelate gives it massively overpowered return. Gliscor has Swords Dance, but it can also be extremely bulky, and being a ground flying type gives it immunities, which is other walls like Mantine and Toxapex are both weak against electric. I can't speak. While Gliscor is immune to it, but why it is common for guys to have HP Ice as a electric guys to carry HP Ice as our backup, because ground types are the only thing that are immune to their stab. But Gliscor is physically bulky, Mantine especially bulky, Toxapex is just bulky in general. Shuckle, extremely bulky but extremely slow, no power, no HP. It can do some power trick nonsense, whatever. Which that's going to be one of the big things to try to get rid of if he decides to bring that, which he might, because there is a sticky web setter as well. Magneton, the one thing about Magneton is it does get Eviolite. It can't not get Eviolite. It could use Eviolite because it has the option to evolve the Magnezone, but since he gets Magneton, that can hold Eviolite, which boosts his defenses. Magneton's already got a really decent physical defense stat. He could put Magnet Pull on it to try to do something to Bronzong, which would not be good because I can't actually fight Magneton versus Bronzong, so I have to be careful about that if he brings the Magneton. Breloom, Technician or Poison Heal, which is a really good ability, and it does get he's probably gonna do Technician because it does get like Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, which do get boosted by Stab and the Technician. Sword Dance can boost its already high attack into insane areas. Every other stat's pretty much below average, pretty much. It's not that fast, can't really take a hit. But I mean, it's got Stab, Mach Punch. So with Technician, it's like Scizor firing off those bullet punches. Once you get Sword Dance up, it's kind of just luckily I do have Golurk, who is immune to the Mach Punch. But he is weak to Bullet Seed, which he would then die to, because he does not outspeed. Hydreigon's just an all-around good mon, featuring decent bulk, a Dark Dragon typing, along with Levitate, gives it two immunities. It does have 4 times weakness to Fairy, but his team does not really care about Fairy too much. Rotom Frost, I like all the other Rotoms. It's, you know, fast and decently bulky, but it does have it's just one of the weaker ones because it is weak to Stealth Rocks, which makes it a bit harder for it to come in. Toxapex, low HP, high defenses, T-Spikes so it can set hazards. I'm expecting to bring that and Gliscor as kind of like his bulk. Two of those, Gliscor is immune to everything that kills him except for Psychic, but Gliscor doesn't really care about Psychic unless it's like a special attack, in which case he still won't die from it pretty much. But and Delmi, which is a pretty bulky overall strong mon with essentially 3 different stab moves, and it's crazy. Giving its ability boost the power of steel moves 50%. Also has Anchor Shot, which can trap things, so he has some trapping that I have to worry about. So with that in mind, I might have to change something on my Bronzong. But anywho, let's get into the guys I'm rocking. This week, we're doing things a little different. We got a shiny Milo, rocking the Earthquake, Stone Edge, Heavy Slam, and Ice Punch, rocking No Guard, Life Orb. Him paired with Bronzong. If I can get like a Trick Room set up, it would be pretty clutch. If I get Trick Room up, he has the tools to pretty much hit everything on his side for super effective. Again, Delmai, Shuckle, and Toxpax all outspeed Golurk in Trick Room, so if he brings all three of those, Trick Room's going to be kind of put in the back burner so I can get rid of them, and then my other plans will go into play. But he's got the Earthquake, which handles Magneton and Toxpax. He's got Stone Edge, which handles Shuckle and Rotom Frost. He's got Heavy Slam, which handles the handles Shuckle and Altaria. And he just got the Ice Punch, which also does an Altaria, Gliscor, Breloom, and Hydreigon, and Delmise. Ice Punch is the big thing here. He does have a lot of ice weakness on his team, with plenty of resistances to it too. Pretty much everything aside from, he's got 5 ice weaknesses and 5 ice weaknesses, 3 resistances, and 2 people who take it neutrally, but they're bulky enough where it won't matter. But yeah, Life Orbs to boost the damage, because while Golurk is strong, he's not super strong, and I don't want to really get him locked to move. If I get Trick Room up, I want Golurk to be able to just start put on the pressure, taking the hits. So while Choice Band would push his strength into obscene ranges, it's not exactly what I'm looking at. But that's that for him. After that, we have Thor, the Thunderous, who's rocking Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, Sludge Wave, and Nasty Plot, holding a Lumberry. Breloom does get Spore. And one of the things I'm worried about is essentially, you know, if one of my guys goes to sleep, there's an issue. Thor threatens Breloom especially well. Just having Sludge Wave Oko's Breloom. Sludge Wave also does pretty decent damage to Delmise and Altaria, unless it's especially invested in the bulk. Nasty Plot pushes my special attack up to an insane range that allows me to pretty much take out everyone. Lumberry is for if I do decide to switch him in on a Spore, I can get pretty much a free turn out of that. Oh, okay, now I gotta Nasty Plot again or threaten him out with a Sludge Wave. But plan is, if he brings Toxapex or Mantine, this guy or Tentacruel are great switch-ins to dealing with Toxapex, because he threatens Toxapex extremely well with his Stab Thunderbolt, and plus if I get Nasty Plot off, then his team outside of, I think, the Rotom is extremely weak to me. He has the coverage to pretty much destroy anyone on his side. Minus the Magneton if he brings that. That is the only thing that is holding me back, because that thing resists everything I have. So I'd have to take that out first before any sweeping can occur, as well as the Rotom. Those two would have to go if Thunderous wants to sweep. But he's a pretty standard stat. Max speed, max special attack, Timid nature. You get the drill. This is the first week we are bringing my Ninetales, which I actually forgot to name this Ninetales because it's not my Ninetales. I got this when I was completing the Pokedex and when the game first came out from Coach Jimmy. He had one. I did a little trade. But anyway, it's got Royal Veil, Blizzard, Freeze Dry, and Hidden Power Fire. Holding Light Clay, since it does get Snow Warning, he doesn't have any way to shut down my Hail if I bring it out. Therefore, Aurora Veil can be set up, weakening all damage down to it, and that's critical in this matchup. If I want to live, I need to make sure that I can constantly survive hits. Light Clay is ensuring that I'm getting the full maximum effect out of that. Blizzard is just, I mean, it's the best move to put on Ninetales, especially with the fact that Blizzard does not miss in the Hail. And then you got the chance to freeze, decently powerful stab. Ninetales is not the strongest thing. She is, you know, max special attack, max speed invested, timid nature, so she does threaten a few things on his squad. Again, he has a big ice weakness, which is why Ninetales is sure to come, which is why he's sure to bring probably Shuckle and Magneton for this round. But anyway, Freeze Dry is also another thing, because his walls of like Gliscor, Mantine, and Toxapex all share the weakness to ice through the move Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is super effective on water types, which normally ice moves do normal damage. Mantine especially is 4 times weak to Freeze Dry because he's also have flying. Now sadly he's not as strong as Blizzard, so whatever, but I think the way I looked at it, Gliscor dies from a Freeze Dry. Mantine dies from 2 Freeze Dries. Toxapex, 2 Freeze Dries. Or he might be a few Freeze Dries because he's so bulky. I gotta rerun the calc on that. But pretty good stuff there. Otherwise, just spam Blizzard and everything. Again, the Rotom Frost provides an issue, as does the Magneton. But I have Hidden Power Fire, which fights them. And Magneton's the biggest threat, having the 4 times super effective Flash Cannon and such. But if I can get up Reflect, I can maybe live one? Probably not. Anyway, his job, get a Roar Veil up and do that. He outspeeds majority of his team, so he can take care of a lot. Again, if he gets D-Dances up with Altaria, then we'll have an issue. Or if he scarfs the Hydreigon, there's an issue. But we have ways of dealing with that. So anyway, after that, we do have Ding Dong the Bronzong. Pretty much identical moveset to last week. I might change this. I might actually get rid of the Gyro Ball for... I might get rid of the Gyro Ball for Earthquake, because if he is bringing a Steel Trapping Magneton, I'm going to need Earthquake to take care of him. Anyway, he's max HP, max defense, 4 special defense, Gyro Ball, Toxic, Stealth Rock, and Trick Room. Levitate, Leftovers. My option, now that I think about the Magneton, I can either switch out Gyro Ball, which again makes him puts him in a spot where you can fight Toxapex, and you can fight Magneton, but he won't be able to deal damage to, say, he won't be able to deal any damage to Gliscor or Mantine, though his move there is either switch out against Gliscor or Toxic the Mantine, and he will not do as much damage, and he won't be able to hit Hydreigon at all. But that's what I'm going to have to think about, and I'll have a decision by the time the battle comes. But yeah, he's pretty simple though. It's pretty much the same thing I've been bringing every single week. I keep saying I don't want to rely on Trick Room, This team's more heavily focused away from Trick Room with only him and Golurk as the 2 Trick Room guys, and it's only really like, oh, things are hitting the fan. Bronzong, tank a hit, set up Trick Room, take care of everything. Anyway, after him, we do have Copperfield. Again, not running Swords Dance on him because again, it's so much coverage needed on these guys. It's just so hard to fit everything. But he's max speed, max physical attack, Jolly Nature, running Zen Headbutt, Poison Stab, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch. Opted no to the Fighting Stab, but one thing I wonder if I can pull off this play. Gliscor gets knockoff. If I can lead Bronzong, say he leads Gliscor, and I switch immediately into Gallade, if I did my calcs right, Gallade before Mega Evolving just can't die from anything that Gliscor does. And I believe I OHKO Gliscor with an Ice Punch. But if he goes for a knockoff right off the bat to try to get rid of Bronzong, then I can switch into Gallade, get the Justified boost, and then my attack's +1, and then I threaten his entire team. Again, the only thing is the Magneton. The Magneton is not scared of anything I have. I can Zen Headbutt it, but it's not ideal. And the Rotom also does not care about anything I have. But Zen Headbutt for the Toxapex. Poison Jab takes care of Breloom and Altaria. And Breloom and Altaria. Ice Punch takes care of Breloom, Gliscor, Altaria, Hydreigon, Toxapex. Not a Toxapex, Dhelmise. Thunder Punch takes care of Mantine and Toxapex. But again, the Rotom and the Magneton are probably going to be my undoing this match, but it is what it is. I did not do a lot of prep this week, and it's probably going to show. But I was kind of busy this week with it being my mom's birthday and all. But you know what it is. You win some, you lose some, and I might lose this one, but I'm going to play my hardest to win it. You got to be in it to win it, you know? Anyway, after him, last but not least, we do have our newest member of the team, the Kraken. This is Tentacruel, Liquid Ooze, Black Sludge, max HP, max special defense with Rapid Spin, Haze, Scald, and Acid Spray. I love Tentacruel. I used it in Season 3 on when I had a rain team, and it did so much work for me, specifically against my brother's Hydreigon, which is, again, why he's there, because he can safely tank most things that a Hydreigon fires off, if it's Life Orb boosted. If it's Scarf, then that's even better, and if it's a physical attacking Hydreigon, then we have an issue, which I'm thinking he might run it more specially because he does have a lot of physical attackers on his squad. I think the only special attackers he has are Rotom, Magneton, and Hydreigon, or Rotom and Magneton. Up till now, Rotom is the other one because he just picked up the Magneton this week. So I have a feeling if he brings a Hydreigon, he's going to run it specially, which is good because Tentacruel's massive special bulk can just eat that up. Rapid Spin is just in case he does decide to set up rocks on me. I can get rid of those because I don't need to worry about T-Spikes. If he does set them up, Tentacruel comes in, picks them right up. Easy. And then at the same time, Bronzong and Thundurus don't really care because they're flying and or levitating. The other three don't really want to get poisoned, but hopefully Tentacruel take care of them. Skull is just, standard. If I can fish for burns on, say, like Gliscor or just anything really, fishing for a burn on things is actually a fun thing to do, unless it's Mantine, which I'd rather Toxic that. Acid Spray is another lovely ability, another lovely move. It's one of my favorite moves when I discovered it. It's poison type, 40 base power, but upon hitting a target, it drops their special defense by 2 levels. So instantly cuts their special defense in half every time you use it, which that's crazy. And just you can just, if you're a one-on-one, you whittle them out with Acid Spray, and then you just do Scalds. Black Sludge keeps you alive. Liquid Ooze also makes it so that if anyone tries to do like Leech Seed or anything on me, it won't work because then what you call it? Anyone tries to like Leech Seed me or anything like that, it won't work. I'll still lose health, but so will they. And really, that's really it for this week. It's probably the biggest battle I've done so far, considering it's my rival matchup against Coach Zach. But I don't really have much going into this. Even right now, I'm currently rocking a headache, which is not the best thing. But hopefully, maybe I can pull it out. Zach did lose last week. Yeah, he did lose last week, as you guys will probably see. I think about it. You probably already saw. Yeah, he lost last week to my good buddy Coach Brennan, Hawaiian Shirt Boys for life. But maybe he'll just go on and off. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I'm hoping that we can make him 1 and 2. He could chill out with Jimmy on that record. Yes. I see Jimmy winning very soon. But anywho, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I hope you all have a great night. If you did like this video, please leave a like down below. If you are new, please subscribe as well. You'll get all the updates on when I put out new content, new team builders, battles. I'm trying to start up some other stuff, but my computer's not the best, so it's kind of hard to. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this very much. Have a nice night. До свидания.